Hello everyone. This story is about, what if Naruto and Hinata started living together after she was kicked out of the Hyuga clan? Becoming fast friends, Naruto and Hinata grow close to each other. After a few days of Hinata being absent from the academy, Naruto finds her in tears with only a backpack next to her. Please like, share and subscribe. Now let's start. The energy was electric in Konoha's arena. Naruto had never experienced anything like it before in his life. He would have never expected civilians to take such an interest in shinobi matters. However, there were numerous civilians waving Konoha banners. One day, the civilians will be cheering for me like this, Naruto thought with absolute certainty. The Hokage aspirant watched as the crowd fell silent as Old Man Hokage and the High Ninja of Kusagakure and Hoshigakure entered their private boxes. That was one of the things Naruto craved above all else. He wanted the unabashed respect, but not only for himself. Naruto wanted the world to recognize how amazing Iruka-sensei, Hinata-chan, Old Man Teuchi and Ayamune-chan were as well. You'll be here one day, Naruto, Iruka said as he put a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Not just one day, Iruka-sensei. A whole bunch. I mean, can't have the Chunin exam finals without the Hokage. Naruto reminded Iruka. True, the teacher acknowledged the point with a laugh. The pair found their seats and joined the capacity crowd in waiting for the first match. Hey, boss, Naruto started to speak as he scanned the crowd. Yes, Naruto? Iruka asked as he exchanged a wave with one of the other academy teachers. Isn't the final supposed to happen a few days after the start? I mean, the exams only started 2 days ago, Naruto pointed out. Good eye, Naruto. You're right, there is usually a longer gap between the initial exams and the finals. However, there was a different second exam this year. Why did they change the second exam? Naruto asked. He couldn't miss Iruka's frown. Last year, there was an incident. Ishigakure used the location of the second exam as a proxy battleground in its civil war. Hokage-sama suspended the normal second exam until security could be guaranteed in the future, Iruka half explained. He didn't want to go into the details. There had been several atrocities committed by the ruling junta of Ishigakure. Iruka had seen the aftermath of the third Hokage's anger and it had been terrifying. The academy teacher believed that the anger was completely justified. A Konoha genin had been killed in the fighting. That information had been kept from the village at large, but a war had nearly started. What? Naruto squawked. It was very tense. Hokage-sama declared the details sealed for 6 years, Iruka said cautiously. The crowd fell silent before Naruto had the chance to ask if Iruka could tell him anything else. Sarutobi had risen from his seat and walked to the edge of his booth. The wizened Hokage launched into a speech about the will of fire and the strong relationships between Konoha and her allies. Naruto closed his eyes as he listened to the old man speak. The entire time he imagined he was giving the speech. He could feel the Hokage's hat upon his head. Naruto reveled in an imagined wind blowing through the official robes of the position. The boy opened his eyes as Hiruzen finished his speech. That hadn't been a dream, not to Naruto. It was a glimpse into his future. He swore he would work and strive every day to achieve his goal. Now, let the Chunin exam finals begin. Hiruzen extolled. The crowd erupted, but none cheered more enthusiastically than Uzumaki Naruto. Hinata sat on a beanbag chair while eating cinnamon bun-flavored ice cream directly out of the carton. Sakura was on another of Ino's beanbag chairs with a container of cream and mitsu resting between her knees. Sakura and Hinata's hostess was sitting on her bed happily opening a batch of chocolate ice cream. Ino-chan, where do you get this ice cream from? Hinata asked. All of Hinata's years of etiquette training was reprimanding her for being so informal. Hinata, however, decided to embrace her newfound freedom and simply enjoy being with her friends. Oh, Chuji's family is the largest producers of food in Konoha. They are either the owners or the main investors in pretty much every food-related business in the village, Ino explained. I think I'll have to get more of this ice cream, Hinata whispered. She may have decided to embrace her new personal freedoms, but Hinata was still a naturally shy young woman. Hinata-chan, where will you keep it? Sakura danced around the subject of Hinata's temporary disappearance. Ino had filled her in on some rumors surrounding Hinata's situation. Their mutual concern for Hinata's well-being forced Ino and Sakura to call a truce in their love rivalry. Sakura was beginning to think it was one of the best ideas the best friends had ever had. Sure, Ino will still be in denial that I am Sasuke-kun's true love, but at least we'll still be friends, Sakura thought happily between spoonfuls of her dessert. Naruto-kun's apartment. Hinata confessed accidentally. I wonder if he has enough room in the freezer. You're staying with Naruto. Ino and Sakura shrieked at the same time. Hinata went bright red when she realized her accidental revelation. How are they going to react to that? Hinata panicked. Hinata-chan, you two aren't sleeping with each other, are you? Sakura finished the question in a whisper. The color of Sakura's cheeks matched the color of her hair. It was hard to believe that someone as shy as Hinata could be so bold. Ino put her hands to her mouth. Hinata's eyes went so wide that it appeared as if her Byakugan had activated. Sakura's semi-innocent insinuation was overwhelming Hinata's naturally modesty personality. Hinata's mind was racing. She fainted. Naruto jumped into the air and fist pumped as he watched a Konoha ninja defeat a Getsugakure ninja. The Konoha ninja had been very clever. She had used a combination of the small grove of trees at the edges of the arena and a very cool fire jutsu to maneuver her opponent into a better position. The kunoichi had then sprung her trap and caught her opponent in a very simple snare. Naruto's smile only brightened as he sat back down. The proctor had just declared the girl the official winner. Snake, ram, a seal I didn't catch, boar, either horse or bird, and probably tiger, Naruto recalled and wrote down the hand seals on a napkin. Iruka-sensei had gotten snacks earlier, and Naruto had grabbed a pencil that a betting man had dropped. The napkin was filled to bursting with notes. That was so cool. Naruto said brightly. Yumi-san did a great job. I always felt she would go far, Iruka replied proudly. Yumi had been one of the first shinobi Iruka had graduated. His pride swelled as the final fight of the evening was announced. The last fight was another one of Iruka's former students against a fellow Leaf shinobi. Iruka smiled as the match began. He was glad the final match of the night was between Leaf shinobi. It would be an entertaining match with a minimal chance of serious injury. Naruto was cheering wildly and was entertaining everyone around him. Young man, are you pulling for one of them? A well-dressed civilian asked as he wrote notes on a pad. I'm pulling for both of them, Naruto revealed to the man. I really want to see them both succeed. They are fellow Leaf ninja. Ah, so you are a shinobi as well? The man asked. Iruka flipped the clasp of his kunai holster open. The man had a strange gleam to his eye and was taking a great deal of interest in Naruto. Iruka was doubly protective of Naruto. Officially, he was honor-bound as a shinobi of Konoha to protect the Jinchuriki of the nine-tailed demon fox. Personally, Iruka had always viewed Naruto as a little brother and, more recently, as a son. Thus, a strange man taking interest in Naruto put him on edge. Not yet, Naruto revealed. The boy saw Iruka tense in the corner of his eye. He suddenly realized he shouldn't reveal much to this man. Iruka-kun. Naruto snickered as he heard Ayam call Iruka's name. Iruka blushed a bit, but he did not relax his guard. Hello, Ayam-chan, Iruka said warmly and divided his attention between the man and Ayam. Hiya, Wani-chan. Naruto waved enthusiastically. The man raised an eyebrow and Iruka's urge to eliminate the potential threat grew exponentially. Hello Naruto-kun, Ayam said with a wave. Hello, Iruka-kun, Ayam finished with a blush. Naruto heard the man next to him snicker before writing in his notebook. Naruto rolled his eyes, but realized that the man was snickering at one of the Konoha ninja, catching the other in a genjutsu. The fight was pretty good, but Naruto decided to take advantage of having both Iruka-sensei and Ayamon-ichan nearby. Iruka-sensei, Ayamon-ichan, I kinda need some advice. Naruto preempted any possible conversation. What is it, Naruto? Iruka asked. Well, I think I might have made Hinata-chan a bit mad at me, Naruto said glumly. Naruto-kun, what did you say? Ayam asked. She had an instinctive idea that Naruto may have said something wrong. Well, yesterday, Hinata-chan and I were going to practice our shuriken and kunai skills. The two of us decided to make it a contest. Hinata-chan said she would try to choose a restaurant that wasn't too pricey, you know, Naruto started. He looked up at Ayam and Iruka. The two nodded for Naruto to continue. And, I called her, my, warrior princess. Naruto trailed off as he finished the first part of the story. Iruka pinched the bridge of his nose and Ayam bit her index finger to avoid laughing. And how did Hinata-chan react, Naruto-kun? Ayam had recovered enough to question Naruto further. Well, she kinda looked away a bit. She turned all red, too. I think she was really mad at me. Naruto finished in a panic. He scuffed his feet before continuing. Then when we were training, she would keep looking away and blushing. I can't believe I embarrassed her so much. Iruka-kun, I think it's getting late, don't you? Ayam asked with a wink. Iruka nodded in agreement. He was smiling a bit, but the old man to his left was still putting him on edge. I think I'll take Naruto-kun home. That's a good idea, Ayam-chan, Iruka agreed. He knew that Ayam could put Naruto's fears to rest easier than he could. It would also get Naruto out of the arena. I will stop by later. There are a few things here I'll have to help with. You promise? Ayam said hopefully. Iruka gulped and nodded. That hadn't exactly been the reaction he had expected. He wouldn't complain, though. I promise, Ayam-chan, Iruka smiled. Ayam took Naruto's hand and the pair left the arena. Naruto waved goodbye. That young man has a great deal of promise, the mystery man said sagely. He does. Sir, would you care for something to drink? Iruka said politely. That would be wonderful. Lead the way, the man said as Iruka and the man got up. Iruka led the man to an out-of-the-way part of the arena before drawing a kunai. Ayam-chan and Naruto didn't recognize your henge, but I've trained enough shinobi in my life to recognize even the best transformations. Drop it. Protective of the boy, aren't you? The man asked neutrally. I would protect any of my students with my life, but for Naruto I am willing to cut you down, Iruka said resolutely. The man smirked and shrugged his shoulders. Well, aren't you a brave one? We killed her, didn't we, forehead? Ino sniffled. I think we did. How is one of us going to win over Sasuke-kun now? He'd never go for someone who could kill so casually. Sakura wailed. Hinata stirred as her friends' voices reached her. She blinked the confusion and cobwebs in her mind away. I'm not dead, Hinata said quietly. Our dreams are doomed. We are going to have to flee Konoha and become missing Nin. Ino agreed with Sakura. Naruto is definitely going to hunt us down for this. You saw the look he gave Ami just for pestering Hinata-chan. I'm glad he did it, Ami is a bitch and all, but what is he going to do to us? It's obvious to everyone that he was head over heels for Hinata-chan. Maybe we can get him to realize this was a terrible accident and we didn't mean to kill Hinata-chan. Ino panicked. Hinata blushed at the mention of Naruto's feelings, but was growing annoyed that Ino and Sakura weren't listening. I'm not dead. Ino and Sakura jumped a bit when Hinata yelled. The two girls looked over and started blathering apologies. I'm sorry, Hinata-chan. I shouldn't have pressed you on your private relationship with Naruto, Sakura apologized sincerely. It's okay, Sakura-chan, Hinata accepted the apology. She decided not to protest Sakura and Ino's accusations of a relationship with Naruto. Hinata realized she wouldn't be able to shake them out of their fantasy. It didn't help that she had just gotten a very Naruto-like idea. Hinata was going to use this as the basis of a prank. Her fainting spell had been horrifically embarrassing. I wonder how I can get Naruto-kun to help me, Hinata conspired. Well, we're glad you are better, Hinata-chan, Ino reiterated. Anyway, Forehead mentioned that you and Naruto are planning to take the graduation exam early. And Naruto-kun and I have talked about it, Hinata revealed. So, what kind of ninja do you want to be eventually? Sakura asked in an attempt to change the subject. Hinata was tempted to blurt out that she was going to be Hokage with Naruto, but something held her tongue. It was true that she wanted to help Naruto reach his goals. But what do I want for me? Hinata thought to herself. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm not restricted by the Hyuga anymore. She closed her eyes as she mulled over her skills. Hinata had always enjoyed working with plants. She had even produced a medicinal balm in her spare time. Hinata knew she had a ways to go before she mastered it, however. Healing. Hinata took a deep breath as she focused on that word. Her early dream had been to heal the rift in the Hyuga clan. That dream was distant now, but she still had a strong desire to heal. I want to be a medical ninja, Hinata opened her eyes as she spoke. Like Tswanda-sama? Sakura asked. Tsunade was a hero to many of the girls in the academy. The last daughter of the Senju was one of the Sannin. Tsunade was the ideal of all kunoichi, powerful, respected and beautiful. I would like to be like Tswanda-sama, but I want to be known as Hinata, too, Hinata explained with growing confidence. I like that, we should create our own path, Ino said, equally as resolute as Hinata. Yada! Sakura exclaimed. Let's all be medical ninja. One day, the elemental nations will refer to us as Konoha's beautiful medics. Let's hope when we are in the bingo book that our picture properly captures how good we look, Ino said with laugh. What the hell was I thinking, threatening to cut him down? Iruka gulped, but didn't back down. He had dug himself in deep, but he wasn't going to start groveling. Brat, there's no need to start planning on how you are going to die with dignity. I'm not here for that, the ninja said dismissively. I threatened to kill you of all people. Iruka exclaimed. I'm not going to kill you for that. Hell, if anything I should be thanking you for sticking up for that hyperactive brat. But, you're... Iruka said in awe. The large ninja's face instantly brightened. This was his opening. Yes, you are correct. It is I, Mount Mayaboku's holy sage. One of the legendary Sannin. Stand in awe of the man men wish to be, and that women wish to be with. I am Jiraiya. Jiraiya finished his introduction by rolling his head and flipping his hair around like a banner. Jiraiya-sama, if I may ask. Iruka started politely. Go ahead, I'm sure you'll want an autograph, Jiraiya said glibly. Why are you here? Iruka asked. Jiraiya lost his balance and stumbled out of his pose. I'm here to do my research. Jiraiya said in excitement and flashed a double thumbs up. Iruka gaped. That wasn't what the teacher had been expecting. Oh, and to make sure that the brat hasn't starved to death. That's it? Iruka could barely manage to recover enough to ask that. His limited recovery was shattered when the Sannin took on a serious look. Of course not, Jiraiya said calmly. Iruka suddenly realized that Jiraiya was carrying on this routine to keep him off guard. The combination of the sudden shifts in persona, Jiraiya's legendary reputation, and the obvious experience of the older man had the Sannin in complete control of the conversation. I'm here to make sure the brat's seal is in order and to get a feel for the situation in the village. As the village's spymaster, I need to know where to direct our enemies' attention. I have to know where our strengths are so that our enemies think they are weaknesses, and where we are weak so that the other villages know we are strong there. Yes, sir, was all Iruka could say. You seem to be as close to the boy as anyone. How's Naruto doing? I want to know more than just information on his mental health and his seal. I want to make sure the boy is living. Well, Naruto is never boring, and that's not taking into account the past couple of days, Iruka said with a laugh and a shake of the head. So, he's well and truly a brat, Jiraiya said with a smile. Hinata has helped him become less of a brat, Iruka admitted. Jiraiya's jaw suddenly dropped and a strange, and slightly unnerving, gleam appeared in the Sannin's eye. That's a girl's name, Jiraiya said with anticipation and produced his notebook. Iruka groaned and launched into the retelling of the past few weeks. He told the Sannin about how Naruto and Hinata had struck up their friendship. Jiraiya had an unexpected interest in Hinata's banishment and her subsequent status as Naruto's roommate. He's already got a living girlfriend. Truly, Naruto is my godson. Jiraiya exclaimed with tears of unadulterated pride rolling down his cheeks. Godson? Iruka whispered. Jiraiya's face hardened and the waterworks ended instantly. The only reason I even let that slip is because I know you truly care for the brat. If I ever hear that you revealed that bit of information to anyone, including Naruto, I will kill you. If any number of threats make the connection between me and the brat, it isn't too much a stretch to figure out other details about the boy, Jiraiya commanded. Yes, sir, Iruka gulped. Good, now that we've taken care of the threats and exchanged information, I think we should part ways. You've got a pretty girlfriend to see, and I have to see if Hiromi's ghost has come back to beat the hell out of Hayashi for his bullshit stunt, Jiraiya slapped Iruka on the back. Oh, and expect a letter, a signed copy of the next Ika book, and the means to keep me informed on the brat's progress. Yes, sir, Iruka said nervously. And stop calling me sir, it almost sounds like you think I'm old and respectable. Naruto and Ayam were walking through the streets of Konoha in a companionable silence. The young man was gathering his thoughts, and Ayam was allowing the young man time to think. She was also pouting slightly. I'm sure Iruka-sensei noticed how pretty you looked, Ayam Oni-chan, Naruto spoke up seemingly at random. I did. Ayam started to protest. Eventually, her shoulders simply slumped in defeat. Then why didn't he say anything? Naruto noticed her pout and took a deep breath. That guy sitting next to Iruka-sensei was really worrying him for some reason. Iruka-sensei was ready to step in if that guy tried anything. I just thought Iruka-kun was focused on his students and didn't notice me. Ayam wavered between several different emotions. The only reason I saw it is because Iruka-sensei wanted me to see him ready for action. He probably didn't want to scare you, Naruto said idly. He rested both of his hands behind his head and turned to look at his older sister, Stand-in. It was obvious that Ayam was deep in thought. Something wrong, Oni-chan? Oh, I just came to a decision, Ayam admitted. Naruto instinctively knew that it was something personal and he shouldn't pry. Hey, Oni-chan, thanks, Naruto said with a quiet sincerity. For what? Just being here, Naruto said in a strangely introspective moment. I mean, I don't have many people to call family, but I treasure you all. Naruto had made his confession right in front of his apartment building. Ayam wiped a tear from her eye before kneeling down. She rested at eye level with Naruto for a moment before giving him a hug. I trust you can find your way to your apartment, little brother? Naruto hugged Ayam back. Yeah, Oni-chan. Good night. Good night, little brother, Ayam said before Naruto ran into his apartment building. The boy stopped in the entrance to wave goodnight. Ayam returned the wave and made her way back to her home. She couldn't help but feel a bit nervous. It was the Chunin exam finals. There were more foreigners in Konoha now than Ayam could ever remember. It was late at night. She was dressed up. And alone. Why didn't I go in with Naruto? I could have checked if he was low on groceries. Iruka-kun would have stopped by later. He's a Chunin. He would have protected me, Ayam thought nervously. In every shadow, she saw an IWA shinobi or some other enemy ninja. She may have been a civilian, but even civilian education in Konoha covered basic politics. It boiled down to one very simple truth. Anyone not wearing a leaf hitaite could not be trusted. I'm not sure being alone tonight is the best idea, a voice said from behind Ayam. The young woman panicked and swung violently at the source of the voice. Relax, it's me, Irika said with a smile as he blocked Ayam's wild strike out of instinct. Though, that was a pretty good swing. You sure you never wanted to go to the academy? Ayam took a breath to calm herself. Then her eyes hardened. What were you thinking? Irika-kun, you nearly gave me a heart attack. Irika proceeded to attempt to actually succeed in giving Ayam a heart attack. The teacher wrapped his arms around her. I'm sorry. Well, you should be. Couldn't you have let me know you were the one sneaking up on me? I'm a ninja. We're supposed to be sneaky, Irika joked. Ayam huffed. And here I was going to drop hints that I was interested in a date. The young woman false glared at Irika. Oh, Irika chuckled nervously. Then I guess I should go with my first choice and spring for Mazai's? And Mazai's? Ayam's eyes lit up at the name of Konoha's most famous restaurant. I think that is a sufficient apology. You're worth it, Irika admitted. Stop distracting me, I'm supposed to be mad at you, Ayam teased. Distraction and misdirection are a ninja's favorite tools, Irika teased back. Ayam chewed her lip as she had a fierce internal debate with herself. Irika grew concerned with Ayam's silence. Is something wrong? Ayam didn't answer verbally. Instead, she kissed him. The sensation, to Irika, was akin to being caught in a genjutsu, the world's most welcome genjutsu. How's that for distraction and misdirection? Ayam said coquettishly. Why, you'd definitely pass my class, Irika answered dumbly. When is your father expecting you home? Late, Ayam whispered in Irika's ear. I can handle late, Irika said with a smile. Naruto groaned as Irika berated the class for not paying attention to the lesson. He was really bored. Hinata-chan had arrived at the academy with Sakura and Ino. Naruto wanted nothing more than to speak with his best friend. Hinata had taken her usual place next to Naruto. The former Hyuga chided Naruto for his inattention. The two children had eagerly slid back into their familiar routines. Have a great lunch, dismissed, Mizuki announced. Naruto, comically, leaned back in his chair and breathed a sigh of relief. I thought that would never end, Naruto said both to Hinata and the ceiling. Irika-sensei did seem a bit distracted today, Hinata agreed. Well, I think I know why, Naruto grinned conspiratorially at Hinata. It's pretty obvious, actually. Wait. Ino cried out. She quickly ran over to Naruto and Hinata. I sense gossip. Hi Ino, Naruto said idly. Hello, Ino-chan, Hinata greeted politely. So, what's this all about? I bet this is juicy, Ino rubbed her hands together. I think Irika-sensei's got a girlfriend, Naruto grinned. He knew exactly who it was too. In fact, Naruto was about to reveal who Irika's likely girlfriend was. As he opened his mouth, an image of an angry Ayam brandishing the ladle like a sword flashed in front of his eyes. And she would probably kill me if I mentioned her name. You're afraid of the ladle, aren't you? Hinata asked, somewhat bewildered by Naruto's instinctive fear of the ladle. Naruto only nodded. Oh come on Naruto, it's just a ladle, Ino groaned. She wasn't going to let some cooking utensil come between her and the single largest piece of gossip in her academic life. Naruto tensed. Just a ladle? The ladle is the stuff of nightmares. Ugh, fine. I'll figure it out on my own, Ino said in mock frustration, before waving and heading back over to where Sakura was sitting. Anyway, what are your plans for today, Hinata-chan? Naruto asked. He was eager to just talk with Hinata again. I need to go to the hospital and set up an appointment for my pre-graduation physical, Hinata said as she accepted one of the bentos Naruto offered. Aren't physicals done here at the academy? I mean, there isn't much to them, Naruto opened his bento. Well, for kunoichi, there is extra, girl stuff that needs to be taken care of, Hinata explained delicately. Naruto nodded. When are you going to try to set that up? I was going to go after school. I should be back home before 6, Hinata said after daintily wiping her mouth. Home, she's coming back, Naruto thought in relief. He had a semi-irrational fear that Hinata wouldn't be coming back after the sleepover with Sakura and Ino. Alright, I guess I'll do some training on my own. I know. I'll bring in food. There's that restaurant opening up near the edge of the village. Sayuri's or something. I'll pick up something from there. Naruto said excitedly. That sounds great, Naruto-kun, Hinata said happily. She was thrilled that she had lessened Naruto's ramen addiction. Hinata would gladly admit to anyone that ramen was one of her favorite foods, but she enjoyed more variety in her diet. I can't wait. You won't believe how boring it was at home without you, Naruto said earnestly. Hinata smiled softly. Home, it's amazing how quickly that apartment has become my home. I have never felt so welcomed anywhere before. Thank you, Naruto-kun, Hinata thought and wished she could say it out loud. We can talk about last night over dinner. I'm sure you and Iruka-sensei saw some amazing fights, Hinata responded. The pair finished their lunch over small talk and simply enjoyed each other's company. The rest of the day passed quickly. Iruka dismissed the class and flashed an amused grin at Naruto and Hinata as they fled the classroom. The roommates stood just outside the academy's gates. Naruto had become almost dependent on Hinata's presence. Her unconditional acceptance was almost like a drug. The void in his life he had once filled through pranks was now being filled through Hinata's, Iruka's, Tuchi's, and I Am's support and care. So, what would you like for me to pick up? Naruto asked as he threw his book bag over his shoulder. Hinata tapped her chin before smiling. Surprise me. As long as it doesn't have any seafood, I'm sure I'll love it, Hinata exclaimed. And if they have cinnamon rolls? Naruto asked jokingly. I might kiss you, Hinata replied just as playfully. They both started to laugh, but they each realized what exactly had transpired. Hinata and Naruto's blushes were instantly noticeable. Wow, they really are adorable, Ino said with a laugh as she walked by. It's like something out of a really cute book, Sakura agreed. Sakura and Ino's verbal poke shook Naruto and Hinata out of their daze. I'll see you back home, Hinata-chan, Naruto said with a gulp. Yes, I look forward to it, Hinata said quietly before heading towards Konoha's hospital. Naruto closed his eyes and leaned against the academy wall. He couldn't understand why his stomach twisted up with hope every time he thought about Hinata. Naruto quickly shook it off and forced his thoughts to focus on the technique he wanted to try out. I'll master that and graduate for sure. Naruto thumped his chest. He was about to walk off when a voice called out to him. You! Hold up, Uchiha Sasuke called out. Naruto hummed in confusion. You can't be serious. I'm generally not. It's no fun walking around with a stick up your ass all the time, Naruto shot back. Sasuke's tone was rubbing him the wrong way. But I'm serious. Hinata-chan and I are going to graduate early. If two dropouts like you are ready to graduate, then so am I, Sasuke declared. Dropouts? Naruto asked dumbly. You know, for being a genius, that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. We haven't quit anything and we're going to graduate early. Regardless, I am Uchiha. I have the blood of the world's most powerful clan in my veins. Sasuke said proudly, but with a hint of a snarl. Naruto noticed Sasuke's eyes. They were no longer the creepy empty eyes Naruto had seen on Sasuke after their spar. Sasuke's eyes looked alive. He looks like he was living again there for a bit, Naruto grinned. He hated seeing such emptiness in anyone. Naruto knew how painful the void Sasuke was experiencing was. It took all his willpower to prevent a shiver from working down his own spine. Would my eyes look that empty without Iruka-sensei and Hinata-chan? So, you're proud of being a Uchiha? Naruto asked, determined to keep the fire in Sasuke's eyes from going out. Proud? Proud fails to fully capture the rapture I feel at being Uchiha. Once I awaken my Sharingan, I will make sure the entire world will know the Uchiha still live. Sasuke declared. Naruto smiled at Sasuke. You know, you're a hell of a lot more likable when you aren't frozen in a block of ice. See you around, Sasuke. Sasuke couldn't respond as Naruto walked away. After a moment, Sasuke smirked at Naruto's retreating form. Maybe you aren't as inferior as I thought you were, Uzumaki Naruto. You will never be Uchiha, but you might push me to greater heights one day. Naruto smiled as he dispelled his bunshins. He had done it. Naruto had finally created 3 perfect bunshins. The number of overloaded clones had dropped to 4. Unfortunately, the number of clones he hadn't put enough chakra into had increased. I can't wait to tell Hinata-chan. Naruto grinned after his triumphant announcement to the world. Now to become even more amazing. The only problem is, I can't remember the seals all that well, Naruto thought. He flopped to the ground. He reached into his pocket and pulled out the napkin with his notes. Okay, so it's Snake, Ram. Naruto crossed his arms and closed his eyes. He was deep in thought as he recalled Yumi's fight. It was Monkey. Naruto shouted after a moment. Next is Boar, Horse, and Tiger. Naruto jumped to his feet and did a dry run through the hand seals. He didn't attempt to mold his chakra. Instead, he just wanted to get the seals down. Naruto practiced running through the seals for a good 15 minutes before he felt comfortable attempting the jutsu. Katan, Eden! Naruto yelled as he finished the hand seals. The feeling of his chakra molding and rushing outward as a torrent of fire was a rush Naruto had never experienced. In that moment, he decided he wanted to be a master at performing and teaching ninjutsu. He smiled as he felt the flames leave his lips. And then his world went red. The next sound Naruto heard was a beeping and his own coughing. He groaned as he sat up. I guess that means it wasn't a horse seal after all, Naruto said mirthlessly. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Naruto whimpered a bit at his tender face. It felt like that one time he had gotten splashed with hot ramen broth. He sighed as he leaned backwards. There was no doubt he was in the hospital. He didn't like this place. In the hospital, you couldn't move around. Naruto had only been in the hospital once before. He had been pranking some jerk that had skipped out on paying his bill at Ichiraku. The prank had been successful and 24 chickens had escaped into the man's shop. It was Naruto's most legendary prank. Unfortunately, the man was an ex-ninja and could run really fast. Naruto had jumped across the gap between 2 buildings. Tragically, he had misjudged the distance and fallen through the gap. It hadn't been much of a fall, but Naruto had broken an arm. Naruto had spent 2 days in the hospital. It was probably the worst days of Naruto's life. Well, at least until the days Hinata-chan had been sealed and missing, Naruto thought angrily. Hinata bursting through the door. Naruto's eyes went wide with worry. She's crying. What do I have to do to help her? Why, you're okay, you're okay. Hinata wept as she threw her arms around Naruto. I'm doing pretty good, Naruto tried to assure Hinata. I heard the D-doctors mention that someone had messed up a jutsu. Hinata sniffled into Naruto's chest. She looked up and Naruto noticed the fear and concern in her eyes. There was something else that Naruto immediately noticed, relief. Hinata was relieved he was alive. The warmth of Naruto's botched katan jutsu couldn't compare to how warm Hinata's concern made Naruto feel. They said that if it was anyone but you, that you would have died. I don't know what I would do if I lost you. Hinata continued. What were you thinking? I wanted to become strong, I wanted to do something to make you proud of me. Naruto admitted. He felt awful because he knew that it was his fault. Hinata-chan was worried. Once again, Hinata teared up and threw herself at Naruto. The hug was a bit awkward. Hinata was simultaneously hugging Naruto while weakly pounding on his chest. "Why you, wonderful idiot. Don't you remember? I told you that you will always have my respect. How could you be so reckless? I can't be Kokage by myself." Naruto sighed and brushed one of the long strands of hair at the edge of Hinata's bangs. "I'm sorry, warrior princess. The last thing I want is to see you cry," Naruto confessed. "Stop distracting me from how mad I am at you," Hinata pouted, but had calmed down somewhat. She simply lied, silent next to Naruto. "Hinata-chan." Naruto broke the silence. Hinata hummed and looked up. "Seeing you cry hurt more than messing up the jutsu." "How do you do that? How do you always know exactly what I need to hear?" Hinata whispered. "I don't know, I guess I can just see it in your eyes," Naruto confessed. There was a knock on the door. Hinata and Naruto frowned instantly at the forced end to the quiet moment. Hinata got off the bed and into the chair. "Come in," Naruto shouted. The doctor entered and nodded at both of the aspiring ninja. "It is good to see you up and about, Uzumaki-san," the doctor said with a genuine smile. Naruto rubbed the back of his head. "More or less. I have some good news. You will be released in the morning. We just want to keep you overnight for observations." "Me," the doctor announced. He trailed off as he read Naruto's information from his clipboard. The doctor stopped for a moment before looking at Hinata and raising an eyebrow. "Miss Hinata is permitted to stay overnight if she so wishes." Hinata's gaze shifted from the doctor to Naruto. It's okay if you don't want to stay overnight, Hinata-chan. I know home is a lot more comfortable than this place. Besides, this'll give me enough time to prepare an awesome apology. After the stunt I pulled, I'll need a really good one," Naruto said with a soft smile. "If you're sure, Naruto-kun?" Hinata asked hesitantly. "I'm sure. The doctors in this hospital are awesome. I'll be good as new in the morning and apologizing like there is no tomorrow." Naruto thumped his chest. He was smiling warmly. Hinata giggled as she wondered, once again, how Naruto seemed to know exactly what to say. I guess I'll go home. I'll let Tucci-san, Iruka-sensei, and Ayam-san know that you are going to be okay," Hinata revealed. Thanks," Naruto gulped. "But, do you really need to tell Ayamoni-chan?" "Yes, Naruto-kun, she's probably heard rumors and is worried about you," Hinata chided Naruto. "Oh okay, Hinata-chan," Naruto said softly. The doctor had been silently watching the entire amusing exchange. Hinata ran over and gave Naruto a quick hug. "I'll see you tomorrow, Naruto-kun." Naruto watched her leave with a smile. "What would I be like without you, Hinata-chan?" The young man sighed and turned to the doctor. "So, how much am I going to have to spend on my apology?" The doctor belly laughed. "I don't know. How much does a vase of her favorite flowers cost?" Naruto's shoulder slumped. "Looks like I won't get to go to Ichiraku's for a while." "It's a small price to pay for domestic tranquility," the doctor joked. "As long as Hinata-chan is happy, I know I'll be happy," Naruto missed the man's joke. "Good lad. With that attitude, I'm sure you two will last," the doctor said in a congratulatory tone. "Huh?" Naruto was very confused. The confusion doubled when the doctor shook his head and left the room. "Why do people always act all weird about me and Hinata-chan?" Naruto was grateful that he was being released from the hospital on a Sunday. He had managed to get some of his money from Iruka-sensei. Naruto had to sit through a nearly hour-long lecture on being reckless and attempting high-level jutsu before he was ready. Naruto had remained silent during Iruka's concerned rant. Naruto knew he had scared Iruka as much as he had scared Hinata. He paid attention to every word. Iruka had given him a hug and told Naruto that he was glad he was okay. Naruto sighed as he remembered the lecture. He opened the door to the flower shop, fully expecting another lecture. He just hoped Ino wouldn't go off on him. "Welcome to the Yamanaka flower shop." Ino greeted warmly. Hi Ino," Naruto said nervously. "Let me guess, you're here to buy an amazing flower arrangement for Hinata to apologize for being a stubborn boy," Ino said with a humph. "Yeah," Naruto said looking down. He knew he deserved everything he was getting. "Well, I can help with that," Ino said as she walked around the counter. "You'll definitely need purple hyacinth. In the language of flowers, that means asking for forgiveness. I'll also throw in some lily of the valley, which symbolizes return to happiness." "Wow, girls really are smarter than guys," Naruto said in admiration. "And don't you forget it." Ino whirled around and pointed at Naruto's chest. "Moving on. I'd also suggest ivy. That symbolizes friendship. And marriage, but I don't think Naruto or Hinata know that." Ino thought in amusement. "Very cool. What colors are these?" Naruto asked excitedly. "The flowers are either purple or white," Ino told Naruto. Naruto thought for a minute. "Roses are pretty, do you have white ones?" "Of course we do." Ino smiled as she fought off the urge to cackle. "White roses symbolize eternal love. I wonder if Hinata knows that. Anything else you want to say with your flowers?" "Well, Hinata-chan has pretty eyes." "Got any flowers that say that?" "Just because I'm the most amazing woman in the world, I just so happen to have some variegated tulips that match the arrangement we are making," Ino smirked and, graciously, chose to ignore Naruto's muttered second. "And to top this masterpiece of apologetic groveling off, I'll add some morning glory." "What does that mean?" Naruto asked. "Willful promises. It's saying that you promise not to be so dumb in the future," Ino huffed. "It's also telling Hinata-chan you are affectionate with her." "You rock, Ino!" Naruto exclaimed. "I don't know how much this costs, but take all this." Naruto tried to hand over all his Rio notes. "That's too much, besides, I want to help my two good friends out. And I know you'll need to pick up cinnamon rolls." "Oh. Go down the street to Susumu's Creamery. They have cinnamon roll ice cream." Naruto watched as Ino went to work on the arrangement. He was confused at first when Ino started cutting all the thorns off the roses. His confusion doubled when she giggled each time a thorn was removed. Eventually, Naruto just decided that Ino was being nice and didn't want Hinata-chan to get poked while looking at the flowers. "There you go, Naruto. I think Hinata-chan will definitely love all this," Ino said as she handed over a vase full of flowers. "This is beautiful, Ino," Naruto said in true appreciation. "I'll definitely let Iruka-sensei know how good you are at this stuff before his dates." "You never told me who he's dating," Ino pouted. Naruto gulped. "She's the type that wouldn't like me telling. She would want to break the news herself." Ino shrugged. "I'll find out eventually, I guess." "Yeah, bye Ino," Naruto said with a wave. After leaving the flower shop, he went straight to the creamery and bought Hinata's favorite ice cream. Naruto carefully navigated the streets back to the apartment he shared with Hinata. He was thinking of a suitably awesome apology speech when he reached the door. Naruto knocked once with his elbow, praying the entire time that he wouldn't drop the ice cream or, God forbid, the flowers. "Hello?" Hinata asked through the door. "It's me, Hinata-chan," Naruto answered. "Naruto-kun," Hinata said excitedly as she flung the door open. She gasped when she saw what Naruto was holding. "They are gorgeous." I hope this is enough to show how sorry I am for worrying you," Naruto started. It's okay, Naruto-kun. I'm just glad you are alright," Hinata said warmly. She took the flowers from Naruto. Naruto quickly started explaining why he and Ino selected each flower. Thank you, Naruto, Hinata said as she placed the flowers in the center of the kitchen table. You're welcome, warrior princess, Naruto responded with a smile. He handed Hinata a spoon as they both sat down at the table for ice cream. I can't believe this time next week will be true shinobi, Hinata said as she dug in. I can. When we are together, I know we can take on the world, Naruto said with all the confidence in the world. Hinata returned the smile that had dawned on Naruto's lips. You always know what to say, Naruto-kun. And together, we can do anything. This was all for now. Thank you for watching, I hope you liked it and that you will be back for more. Please like, share and subscribe. See ya.